on YouTube? It's your boy Chaz Custom Model Cars coming at you guys with a model kit review video. But before I get started, I want to apologize to you guys that I haven't been able to post the Toyota Fest 2016 footage just yet. Still working on editing and working on the music situation so YouTube doesn't flag my shit. They've been flagging a lot my older stuff, so it's been getting kind of annoying lately. So I want to be able to get the right music right and keep getting flagged. So hope you all can understand that. I still got to work on the slideshow as well, so that's going to take a bit. And during that time, my two model kits from eBay that I got for a really good cheap price came in both at the same time in my mailbox. So I decided, they came in last week, so I decided today I was going to do a model kit review. I just really haven't been the motivation to make videos or do anything right now. It's just been kind of lagging. Had a lot going on last week. I found out on Tuesday that my good friend Brandon, who I grew up with, passed away from stage 4 cancer. He battled 2.5 years, 42 years old. He has kids, he's married. He was a great man, a fighter, but he lost the battle and I lost a friend. So knowing that he's gone, it hurts, and knowing that he's not around hurts. It's just, why him? Why a good guy? It's like, and he was the youngest in the family, and I don't know, it sucks. It sucks losing people, man. So so his death actually prompted me to get off my lazy ass and really think about my health and call my doctor to get another checkup, even though my last checkup checked out 100%. But just to check again, it's been a year or so. But losing my friend, it sucks, man. And to top that off, like a week before that, before the Toyota Fest, my mom was in the hospital. But she was still able to make it, and she wanted to go to the Toyota Fest on the 7th with me, so she's a tough lady, let me tell you. And her birthday's tomorrow. So I'm just glad she's around, but she knows what I'm going through right now, and just losing my friend, it's hard. I don't know what else to think right now, but my brain is just all over the place, and I'm trying to get this motivation going. But I will get these videos up, and I promise you guys I will. Just can't take your life for granted. Got to enjoy every minute of it and appreciate what you have and what you don't have. Appreciate every aspect of your life. Cherish those that you're close to and that you love. And be there for each other. That's all that matters. Anyways, I don't want to get all mushy over here and whatever. So I'm going to get into this model kit review. I'm just going to get straight into it. So pardon me. Here's one of the kits that I got off eBay for 18 bucks. $10 for the kit, $8 for shipping. And my convertible Honda Civic, the JDM one that I called it, was also based off the very same kit. It used to be built like this, not same color, whatever, but it was built as a coupe. Restored it, turned it into a convertible, and then I messed it up. The fenders, I grounded down the fenders too much, and then there were some other issues with the glue. Finally, everything coming apart and whatever. So, since I didn't want to pay ridiculous prices for a crappy model kit, I found this one on auction. Had 10 hours left on it, so I caught the ass end of it. And I didn't think I was going to get it for the $18, but I did. All the way from Texas. And the cheapest one on eBay. Everything else is going between 22 to 65 bucks for the reissued. And those are prices for the reissued ones. This was the only original one they had on there. So I was lucky to score this one. But on the scale between 1 through 10, and from my experience of building these kits, I give this a high 6. Due to the fact because it's very highly detailed, but there's some things that could have been worked out. And since Revell reissued this kit as the Fast and Furious, trying to cash in on the franchise, so to speak, which that Honda, there was that Honda does not represent Fast and Furious at all. I'll be honest with you guys. I understand that this could be used as an experiment and their molding process and whatever, but reissuing it for the price that they charge, they could have done a lot more work. But I'll get into that later on in the video. So, but anyway, so this is what the box art is. Here's the stock version. They say it's a 2-in-1, but in actuality, it's not really a 2-in-1 kit, to be honest. So there. So let's go ahead and crack this box open and show you guys the contents, and we'll go from there. When you open the box, you'll find that all the parts are crammed into this little box here. So in this bag, you have your body. There's your chassis, floor pan, a few other parts here. You get 2 bags of clear. Here's the smaller one, and here's your larger one. Bags have been opened, so it'll be easier to get through the review and everything like that. This big bag here has all your exterior, interior, suspension, and engine parts here. So that's a big bag. And then, of course, you get 2 bags of chrome. Nice shiny chrome. And here's the second one here. And then you have your instructions and your decals, which the decals are not very good. I mean, they do tear easily. But you get some interior decals, which are the ones in red. You get speakers. You get this little windscreen, the window thing. Pedals. You get dashboard knob details. You get engine detail decals, and then you get the gauges. You get black and white badges, your license plate, and you get these graphic decals, which are the ones here, and these are very difficult, along with this carbon fiber decal for your hood. But just note that you're going to need microsol to apply these decals, just so you know. And you get some little engine compartment stuff, and of course it's protected by a wax paper instead of being in a plastic bag by itself. It's all good. And so here's the typical Revell instructions. It's got your description of the car, your cautions and paint guide and whatever, and then everything is your assembly. There's about 4 pages total. And in the back here, of course, it shows you your decal placements. This bag of parts is your mesh for your custom tuner grill. Just a little side note, do attach this before painting because it will create a mess. This does not attach very easily, even with CA glue, so just let you guys know beforehand. Easy to cut, but not easy to attach. So, of course, you got your screws, your metal exhaust tip, and you have your these rivet pins that are your metal axles that go in there. And you would think that Revell, for the price they charge for their kit and what you see on eBay, and if they want to cash on the Fast and Furious franchise and the fame of it, they could improve on their molding and do something better where you don't need screws and stuff like that to make it look like a toy car, you know. So, but it is what it is. My opinion, whatever. Here's your bag of tires, which stock ones are not included. Most of us know that the Honda Civic did not roll off the dealership with low pro tires. That's an option that was up to you to do on your own. So, but no stock tires included. That knocks off some points. Tires got some nice tread on it. Not a big fan of these soft vinyl rubber band looking tires. Very hard to get on the rims as well too. It's got some sidewall detail. It says Toyo over here and whatever. So it is what it is with those. The chassis, on the other hand, has nice detail on the underside. Got brake lines, fuel lines, you know, your heat shield and all that good stuff. And the holes in the front are for your struts and springs. I just don't understand why they want to stamp it there and not on the inside. I mean, got to clean that up. So this side, of course, nothing. You're not going to be seeing all that anyways. The body is very nicely molded. There's some minimal cleanup to do. It's got some nice badging on it. So there you go. And again, you got these pegs you're going to probably see a little bit. You've got this coolant bottle molded in, windshield wipers, and this little, I don't know what that detail is supposed to be, but it's just totally weird. And you got your hood latch molded in. And again, Revell could have improved on it, but overall the body's nicely detailed, very crisp, and not a lot of cleanup involved. The interior parts, the first part of them, they're molded in a light gray. Here are the front seats. Seats are very, very nicely detailed, very crisp. It's got some nice side detail for the bolster, the knobs and everything like that. So what's cool about these seats too, if you do take them off the tree and you get kind of lost, they're labeled with the L for left and then R for right. It's got a nice little tab that goes in a slot. You're still going to have to put glue around the edges, sand it down or whatever. It needs minimal cleanup and needed. So here's the right ones. And of course this would go towards the door panel and stuff like that, just for a side note on assembly. But yeah. And then you put the decals in the center if you wanted to. Now on this tree you have your door panels, which again are nicely detailed, molded in light gray. You got tweeters, your door handle thing, and then you got your power window thing, and then you got your speakers down there, and you got your top to your center console. So very nice. No cleanup needed, necessary in this. And this will actually, the dashboard actually fits right in there, so somewhat, but it fits in there. Then here's your floor pan. It's got the raised area for your seats. You got the rear seat molded in. You got the brake light, which you have to detail, and that's going to be a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. You got holes for your center console and for your firewall, which sadly the firewall does not fit snug. You've got a gap on this side here and a gap on that side, so that's kind of a letdown. Another letdown is all these molded in details that are not necessary, including this here, and all this BS over here. So if you want to make it look like the accurate car, you're going to have to remove all that and open up the engine bay a little bit more. Something like I did to my my hatchback that I'm working on. So it's going to take a lot of work to make it look right. But yeah, I mean the detail overall is very nice, but not necessary. So, but there you have it. Oh, and the bottom here you have your tunnel detail as well. Continues on from the chassis. Moving on to the clear parts, there's two of them that come in the kit, and going on to the chrome tree. First, we're going to start with this little one here first. It's got your headlight lenses. Sadly, it doesn't come with the stock ones. It only comes with these custom ones that are ribbed. Your fog lamp lens and your gauge cluster window, which you're going to have to take the decal behind it and then glue it and go from there. So very nicely molded. These headlight lenses are not the easy fitting lenses for this kit either. So you're just going to have to do a little work to get them to fit and whatnot. So, but again, sadly, it does not come with stock headlight lenses, which this one includes the stock taillight lenses, which are nicely detailed. And there's your custom taillight lenses that have the ribbing on it. And then you have your window, your huge window thing. So, and this doesn't fit in the body very well either. It takes a little work. And you have those injection pin marks. So if you're planning on painting it, you're going to have to find a way to remove those. Or just simply, from just my little suggestion, is just to flock over it with flocking. So, but anyways, you got your molded in sun visor in the little center console, which your rearview mirror slips through that little slot there. So, but overall, it's got very nice detail to the window trim and everything like that. So now moving on to one of the chrome trees. We're going to move on to the stock one here. Of course, you got your stock wheels. You have your stock taillight lenses. You have your custom taillight lenses here. And then, of course, you have your stock manifold. Does not include a custom manifold or anything. And you've got your exhaust, which does not come with a stock exhaust either. So I don't know how this is a 2-in-1 kit. And same with the reissued version. But anyways, and it's 1/2 of the exhaust, which is pretty odd. And I don't know why it's in chrome anyways. So it would have been nice if they would have added some tuner parts to it, like you know, the intake tube that comes with the hatchback kit or whatever. So anyways, and these rims you're going to need to re-chrome because there is some marring, as you can see, the little dots around it. And these are too big to be stock as it is. This is the second one. This has got your 2 sets of custom wheels. I'm not a really big fan of these ones either. These are pretty cheesy, very generic. I'm sure if Revell invested some time, they could have made some really nice cherry-looking tuner wheels that fits the Fast and Furious theme, but they wanted to just stick with the same formula, so lame, but it's all good. Here you have your mirror inserts, your headlight buckets, which has got some nice bulb detail going on in there. So you can detail those out if you want. There's your rear view mirror. There's the front part of it. Very nice. And then you have your header for the engine. You're gonna have to like tweak it a little bit so the exhaust will fit flush. And then here's the engine cover with the built-in or the molded-in distributor, which is right here in the back. It's got some nice lettering, raised lettering and detail. So just when you pull it off the tree, you're gonna have to clean it up some. On this tree, you have all your engine parts and your brakes and stuff like that, all very nicely molded and detailed. So there's the brakes. There's your transmission in 2 pieces, your exhaust, the other half to your exhaust. The catalytic converter has very nice detail to it. There's your engine halves, oil pan, the front of the engine, which is the crankcase cover, and then you've got the alternator molded on, and your stock exhaust. So it does come with stock and custom exhaust. So either way you want to build it. Overall, everything fits together pretty well. Very minimal cleanup, but also very nice. And last but not least, we have the suspension parts, which are molded in black. The engine parts and everything are molded in silver. If I didn't mention that, I'm mentioning it now. But these are molded in black. This is your rear axle, your tie rod, front suspension, your struts and springs for the rear, front, and then you got your drive shafts and a windshield wiper. Now the drive shafts are the hardest to put in. It's going to take a little work and require a little patience, but they are not the easiest to get in by any means. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. But nicely detailed, very minimal cleanup, and they should attach very nicely. You have mostly your interior parts. You got your pulley for your engine right here. They're all molded in black. Here's your firewall. The firewall that goes in the car with some raised detail, and it's got the fuel pump right there. Then you have your radiator, which does not include detail for the front of it at all. So you could see that through the custom bumper, which is another, points deducted for that, forgetting for the details. And then also another detail that's been forgotten on this kit, as you can tell, there's no brake booster detail. All you get is this little doodad here, and there's a drum that goes behind it, just so you guys know. And the way the bottle sits right here, this is incorrect. This whole assembly is incorrect, just to let you guys know. It has a very lame radiator hose, but it does not include a lower radiator hose. And here's your dash, molded in black. A lot of molded in raised details. Very nice though, very nice. Not a lot of cleanup involved. Very cool. Then you have your e-brake, your shifter, and your steering wheel. So again, I mean, everything is nice. It's just, it could be detailed a little bit more. Then there's your center console and your steering column here. But there you go on that one. On this tree, you have your exterior parts, which you have your custom bumper and your stock bumper, which are very, very nice, nicely molded, very minimal cleanup. But you could tell this is stock because the hole here is a little smaller than on the custom one. And then you got your custom front bumper right here, which no idea why this is even opened up. It shouldn't be, but there's no turbo on this kit. But it's cool if you want to add a turbo intercooler or whatever. But there you go. This is one part of the wing that goes to this, which has got these tabs you have to remove. Then you have the stock SI wing, VTEC SI wing. This is the aftermarket one. It looks pretty cheesy, to be honest. For the engine bay, you have your strut bar here, which you got to remove this little dinky thing, but it's got nice bolt head details to it. Very minimal cleanup. And then you got your hood, which is molded very thick, but it's very nice. It's got molded in hinges. Got to do a little work to clean that up. But the underside of it has got some nice raised detail to it. Unfortunately, you have to carefully remove those injection pin marks, which is sad, but you got to, carefully remove those without removing anything else. You got your side mirrors. Of course, they need a little cleanup. And then you have your generic side skirts to the car, which are not easy to attach, and you have to figure those out because the instructions really don't explain much. But this is the side skirts here, lacking a lot of detail, and you would think that Revell reissuing the kit for Fast and Furious, they would have done a little more research and made some better skirts, but it is what it is. And then here's your stock front clip here. It's got nice honeycomb detail to the grille. The badge is really nice. It's almost close to the 1.1 car. And the fog lamp details are really nice. And you can also open up that bottom grille if you wanted to. But overall, it's pretty nice and very crisp. As most parts, it does need a little bit of cleanup. But yeah, that concludes the model kit review for this Revell Honda Civic Si Coupe 2-in-1. Which to me, I don't think it's much of a 2-in-1 as just being a regular, kit. You know what I mean? Because it does. There's a lot of tuner parts that's lacking. Stock parts as well. I've already pointed all that out. So if Revell really wanted to cash in on the whole Fast and Furious fame thing going on and overcharging for their kits, they could have done a little more research and better planning and better molding of the parts for the kit and kind of make it look like something from the Fast and Furious. Like upgrade some of the parts and update a few things, But that's Revell for you. They keep on charging high prices. But anyway, so that concludes the kit review. And yeah, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this kit. So keep your heads up no matter what through all the struggles. Keep hope, keep faith, keep up the great work. Keep on building those models. Keep up the awesome projects. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing it for the love of the hobby. And, keep having fun at it. So until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. It's your boy Chaz, Custom Model Cars, signing out.